Hey everyone and welcome. I'm Dark Sky and today we are playing Starbirds. This is a super fun game. You're these little birds, penguins, different types of birds. I don't know. You're out in space and you're flying around and you're trying to help out humanity to make it bigger, make it better, and all that. You know, all that fun stuff. But let's get into this. Let's get started. Captain, I'm getting strange readings from this sector. My sensors have picked up a statistical anomaly, something with extreme mass and density. That sounds just the kind of resource we're looking for. Where is it? We'll have to get closer to investigate. But Captain, there is a matter of debris field. I advise we make our approach steadily over a few days, carefully monitoring. What are you squawking about, Captain? This is a great unknown. We came out here for don't let Stella scare you. I'm not scared. Science Officer Stella set a course for that group of asteroids. Scared? I'm not afraid of rocks. We're very close now. Let's go find a strange object. All right, so I guess what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. We're going to land on this little planet here. There are some other little planets that have other resources on them. Now you can see down there in the little question or in the little bubble that there's some resources there, and then there's some question marks. Now the resources, I'm not quite sure what they are yet, but we'll find out as we go along. Now this one here is obviously water and probably it looks like gold, or it could be copper. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it's gold. So I was right. So gold, and it has water on it. So let's go check that out. All right. So here we are. We've landed on this. We've got some strange object over here. And then we've got these glowing balls. Now these glowing balls is where we're gonna put down a launch pad. So let's put down launch pad here, and this is going to get our stuff back to our ship, all of our different resources. This rock has to be the culprit. What is that? Great gizzards. I've never seen something like that before. I'd like to take it to our station for examination, but it seems to have fused with the asteroid. That ain't no problem. All you need is an excavation hub, and lucky you, I know how to build one. All right, so we're going to go down here. We're going to research this hub. You're missing tech points, so start researching. One way to obtain tech points is to extend your space station with modules. Okay. New module quest available. So it looks like all we need is water to unlock this one, and we get +1 to station level, and we get 10 tech points. Oh, that sounds pretty nice. I can do that. So now that we have this here, we can put this this little rover, we can put that out here, and we can use this to pick up these little strange objects that are on the thing, and this is going to allow us to get more credits. Now, the more credits we have, the more stuff that we can build on this little planet. So it's probably a pretty good start. But let's get an excavator out. I'm thinking first off, we want to we have this already set up, and one of these can set up to at least 4. They can hold up to 4 different processing of items coming in. So let's do the extractor. We'll set up an extractor here, and then we're going to just put a little hose. It's going to send all of that water to this system, and then we're going to that little rocket ship's should blast it back to our thing. Now I'm thinking let's get like more than one out there so that we're not just dealing with just the one. We can get a couple of them out here. Now, say you don't like that one, maybe that one's in the wrong spot. You can click on this and you can hit recall, and then you can redo the pipe. All right, so we have this one done. So we're going to click on here. It says modules need taking care of sometimes, like plants. Completing supply quests is a reliable way to earn credits and tech points by delivering more of the same products. All right. So down, if we look here, we got the lab, so we can get like 66 more credits. That might be nice. I'm thinking the tech credits might be nice because we're going to need that tech, which means it's just 24 water, and we're launching water off anyway, so it's a win-win. And then the other one here, we have some solar sails. These are going to take silicon, which I don't think we have silicon on this planet. That's on one of those planets that had all the question marks. And then we need aluminum and uranium. So I don't know. Let's see. Manufacturing unit. I'm thinking maybe this one would be easiest. Let's do that one. And if we go in here, we can see that we're good. We got some more tech points. Let's grab that again. Just needs water, and we're blasting off plenty of water. Let's go down here to our research area and say, yes, let's do the excavation hub here. And we're going to research that. Needs to be placed on a resource deposit. All right. There are loads of quests now. How do I let my flock know which is the most important? The uppermost quest will be the resources first. Rearrange quests by dragging and dropping them into the order you want. All right, cool. So we also have a refiner here. And what we can do is if we got rid of this here and we just chop that up and we put the refiner out here. Now we can take this one here, take it over to the refiner. And then we take this from the refiner and plug it in there. Now it's going to refine it. It's going to turn it into this other product here. And then it's going to send that product into there. So now it's making oxygen. It's the water is turning into oxygen, and oxygen's going into here and it's being launched off. So now we got water, we got oxygen. We're doing pretty good. Now I'm thinking we might want to do some gold, but we're looking like we're getting a little low on resources here. Let's see if we can't run around with our rover, pick up a few some of these credits so that we can use the credits to buy even more items. All right, so we got that, and this one already has the 4. So what I'm going to do is we want to do a launch pad. Let's put another launch pad right here. And then I want to do an extractor, and I'm going to extract the gold. Let's get some gold going here. Now it looks like we need some more money. So that means we got to take our little guy here, cruise around, picking up resources that we find. These little resources spawn pretty regularly. So should be able to just cruise around, pick these things up. We see another one over there. So they're talking about this strange deposit. So there we go. We got our excavation hub. So we should be able to put that onto that strange object. But first we're going to need 250 coin, and then we're going to need 5 research. We have to take our little guy here, kind of cruise around, picking up some more coins so we can afford that. This thing responds relatively quickly, so it's just a matter of getting our little guy cruising around, picking all this stuff up. All right, so we're up to 261. We should be able to make that. Let's put this onto this area here. Come on, Ruth, what's taking so long with excavation? I want to get that strange object. Hey, this ain't the building a nest, sticks and feathers. Ain't gonna cut it for high-tech work. Unless you want to peck that thing out with your beak. No, that doesn't sound like much fun. That's what I thought. Now, let's get going. I'm gonna need these resources to get started. Deliver the resources from Ruth's quest directly to the excavation hub. All right, so what do they need here? So it looks like we're going to need oxygen, and we're going to need that other thing. Now, let me see here. Yeah, oxygen and gold, which we should have both of those popping out. Especially got gold right here. And then I have one oxygen being done here. So deliver the resources from, okay, so we need to actually move these around. So let me see if I take this out here and I move this into that, that'll do that one. Then we just need to put a couple, whoops, it moved at the last second. There we go. Take one of those, put it in there. Let's get that little rover over here to pick up some money. All right, looks like we got quite a bit there now. At least up to 183. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's definitely a good start. It's a good start. Now let's see here. I got that pumping in. It looks like it's almost complete. But let's put another one in there just to make sure that that gets completed. There we go. Looking good so far. The next step is to tickle the object with a little radiation. I'm going to need some uranium. Only problem is there ain't no uranium on this rock. We'll need to get it from some other asteroid. To receive resources from another asteroid, you need a landing pad. Research it from the building inventory. So it looks like all we need is gold, which is perfect because we just aren't doing gold at the moment. Here we get, let's see, let's do 66 for that. This one here requires us to, here's some uranium. We're going to be getting that anyways. And there we are. We're able to get the landing pad. I researched the landing pad to receive uranium. To make sure it's safe, let's place it in a big crater on the excavation asteroid. All right. Put it right there. There we go. Now let's go back to the map and find an asteroid with uranium. All right, so there we go. Now this is the map icon up here. This one here is our stats. This is just in-game menu. And then this one here is our current score. We're at a level 3 right now. So we are getting up there. We got the big craters, the constraints. So this is what we're kind of working with. Now let's go to the map, and we want to look up for uranium. So uranium is this little pie piece up here, green piece of pie. As you can see, it's right there. They show you the little picture, plus they tell you it's uranium. Now this other one over here, I don't know what that is, and that one's probably something else. I don't know. But so what we're going to do is we'll pick that up, and we can see that they want more water. So let's just keep doing this one. That seems pretty good. All right, so that wants uranium. That wants uranium. So that's great. Let's go discover this one. This one is humming with uranium. Let's get our production going. All right, let's get into it. All right, now that we have this thing set up here, we might want to set up one of these there. There we go. And then we want to set up a little rover here too, so we can kind of cruise around, picking up all these credits and everything. Now the green also is going to be our tech points, so we can also get some more tech points this way. Ultimately, though, I think what we're going to be needing is a lot of this. Okay, so now that we have this here, we need to be able to extract some of this uranium. Let's get this uranium pumping in here. Put another one out here so that keep the everything moving and grooving. There we go. Our rocks are delivering uranium to our station by default. Go back to the map to change its destination. All right, so we're going to go out here to the map, and instead of it going to from here to here, we want it to come over to this one. So we want to change the direction to going over here instead. There we go. Now everything is heading back to the original asteroid, and anything that's left over will end up going to our space station. Fantastic work, Flock. The uranium is being delivered to the other asteroid. Let's return it now. All right, got some more points there. Looks like I got the reactor. Look awesome. And we'll just keep that going on. And this one here looks like we could do the greenhouse. That's going to give us 100 credits plus a station level. Let's do that. Draw a pipe from the landing pad to the excavation hub to deliver the uranium and complete Ruth's quest. From the landing pad to the excavation. Okay, so from this to this. All right. So we want to take that and plug it in there. So that way now it's processing all the stuff right into this. And let's see here. Let's do some more lab work, I guess. Yeah, that looks good. And then we want to do this. We're almost there. Pretty sure this is the last thing we need to break the strange object loose. Wait, what is this quartz resource? Never heard of it. Hover your cursor over Ruth's quest and then click quartz to open the wiki. It would appear that we need to produce quartz ourselves, and we'll need a chemical lab for that. Click on the chemical lab and research it. Now, it doesn't look like we're getting oxygen because our oxygen is still going the wrong way. So I'm thinking if we take this out here and then we put in a refiner, now the refiner going to that and then that going to there, at least we'll make oxygen that way. And I'm thinking maybe we could do that again up here. And let's see if we can't do another refiner. Like that. There we go. Now we make sure that one is maximized as far as like stuff going in and out of it. So I want this one towards the top because this one's our greenhouse. This is the other one. But it seems for us to do this one, we're going to need silicon, which we currently don't have pumping in. So what we need to do is go back to our map. And if we look over here, this has the little silicon item on it. So we're going to go over here. We're going to discover this. All right, so we want to put this down here. This is our rocket. We got water, and it looks like we have that silicon. And then we want to put down a little rover down here to pick up all the little resources that we're able to pick up. Not that we really need it, you know, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, we're just going to grab this stuff anyways, since it happens to be right here. So what I want to do is take this one here. I want to put that there, maybe that there. Let's run our lines to this. All right, so now I imagine that, let me see. So this stuff is all going here. So that should start doing these, knocking these out. There we go. So that is starting to work. That's almost done. And then we need, let's do 25 more of these, I guess. And let's do some of those. And now that we have this running, we could do the 20 more tech points and plus a station level. We could do that one. And there we go. So we got our chemical lab done. I've researched the chemical lab. Dreams do come true. I've always wanted my own chemical lab. Good job, Stella. So according to the wiki, we should combine water and silicon in a chemical lab. All right, so we do have silicon already here. And it just happens that we have water as well. quite a bit of water. So if I set this up right there and set that guy up right there. And I don't know, so do I set this guy up here and maybe that guy up there? And then what I want to do is a research lab. Let's see here. Do I just put this guy there? So I put that in there and I put that in. Wait, no. And then I want this to go in there. So these can only do 2 at a time. Okay. And then we wanted to take this and plug that into there. Okay. Excellent work, Flock. We're now refining a steady stream of quartz. Do you need anything further, Science Officer? Okay. Maybe a tissue, my chemical lab. It's just so beautiful, Sniff. I wish we'd brought a poet on this mission. Come now, Stella. It takes all sorts to make some quartz. Oh, Captain, that's very poetic. Now, let's deliver this quartz to the excavation site so Ruth can separate the strange object. All right, so we're going to need to change that out. I'm thinking what I want to do is I want to do another landing pad. And then, let's see, chemical lab. Oh, I guess I don't have enough. Let's see if we can't get our little guy here to start cruising around, grabbing some stuff. Maybe I can answer these. There we go. We got our 200 there. All right, so now I should be able to put this up right there. I'll bring this in. Let's get rid of this one here. We'll bring this, put that there. Bring that there. Bring this over to there and have that go into there. There we go. Now that should also be starting to pump out quartz pretty soon, so that'll be great. So now we want to go back to the map. And we got this one here. I'm thinking we just want to do this one. There we go. That's what I want. I want the quartz going there. All right. So now we should have that pretty much doing what we wanted. We should go down to this place. Let's enter here. We got quite a bit of money now. We're doing really well. Let me see how these guys are doing here. Oh, that one just completed. Nice. All right. I've never seen birds gather resources so fast. It seems mystery is an excellent motivator. Now let's take a closer look at this stranger object. Hold on to your bird butts. Just gotta lift this thing carefully. Then I can... Huh? Whoa, Captain. You're not gonna believe this, but it's flying. Quick, hitch it to my rover. That'll stop it from floating away. But it's not floating away. It's just floating. Like magic. We have to see what's inside this rock. It could be like a tiny alien spaceship or something. Excuse me? If we're going to open up this potentially dangerous object, we're doing it in a controlled lab environment. You heard Stella. To the lab. Command team only. Oh, and Ensign Yoke, you come too. I don't want you to miss this. This is fascinating. Oh my. Have you found out what it is? Something not native to our system. It came all the way from over here. We can go on an expedition, or we can stay here. If we stay here, it looks like that we could uncover more. There's a high score of 50%. We got the excavation hub. Got a landing pad. Chemical lab. Sector level 2 is completed. At 14 stars, we're only at 37%. The score consists of your total resource supply as well as your station level. Huh. Let's go on to, actually, let's stay here. Stay here, and we can head back out if we want to, right? Because we can click this. Yeah, we can click that and head it back out. But there is another, like, couple of areas I wanted to work with. There's this other one here that actually also has little question marks on it. So I'm curious to see what is on here. Let's discover this and see what's on this this little asteroid. Oh, so it's got aluminum on it. Nice. So we were looking into one of these. Let's see here. We do the 176 of that, and then 35 of that from the quartz. This one here is doing wants the aluminum, but it also wants copper, which is one of the resources that comes off this planet is copper. So copper and gold, we get 20 of those, and we get that. Manufacturing unit, that'd be pretty nice actually. So let's set that up. And then we want to set this up there. There we go. Oh my gosh, this is a very tiny planet. Extremely tiny. All right, so here we have the aluminum. I'm thinking maybe let's see if we can't connect some of this aluminum up. Get that aluminum off here. There we go. So we got a lot of that aluminum is going off here, so we should be able to knock some of that out. So we got the quartz. Let's do that one there. That one has got max everything it can possibly do. Let me see here. Let's set up another one here. So this one here can do copper. Let's see if we can't knock out some of this copper here. And then we'll have some more aluminum here. We also have this this uranium. And we got copper over here. So it looks like we completed all kinds of them. Now let's go back to our map. We'll have a peek at our map here. We have this guy here that's totally just pumping it out. It's pretty awesome. And then let's go back to this one here. Let's see here. Can we put any more on this? We can. Let's put this one on there. This one's doing uranium. That's water. All right. We seem to be doing pretty good. Keep that money rolling in. All right, let's hop out of the grid here, and yeah, we got all kinds of stuff that's just pumping through here now. Yeah, we don't need that anymore, so we can put that over there. Now all these are taken back to the base because we don't need it stuff to go there anymore. And then we have that, and then we have this one here. So let's enter this one. Let's look to see what kind of stuff we have on here. So we got this. Put that up there. And so that should be good to go right there. Let's see what we're looking at. Yeah, so we got all kinds of resources, all kinds coming out here, lots coming out here. Let's look at this one just to verify that we gotten everything we could possibly get from this, which we don't. We got one there. And it seems that is the only one we are missing, and that's more gold, more water. So let me put two of them out here on the, well, let's put more of them on the gold actually, because I think I got a bunch of them. I think we can take out this landing pad because this thing doesn't need anymore. And I wonder if we can put a new one there. We can put a new one here. So let's do that. And then let's put this there and that there. I don't see any lights sticking out anywhere or anything like that. So I think we got it all. So we have all kinds of resources just pumping out here. Yeah, so we are definitely good. I think we got it. So let's look at this, see what we got. We're up to 82%, so not too bad. I mean, we really knocked it out of the ballpark, I think. We got quite a bit done there. But yeah, let's hit the next expedition. Let's see what's going on next. I think 82% is a good one. Into the unknown, that's what it's all about. Let's explore this sector and bring home some of the treasures we can find around here. This is an expedition to a bonus sector of Sablina. Replay this level as many times as you like. It will be different every time. Okay, all right. So it looks like we got some like 4-leaf clover things or something there. We got a bunch. We got some uranium out there. Got some water, something there, and then we got some question marks out there. So yeah, it looks like to be pretty interesting. Let's see here. So okay, so that's iron, and then we have quartz and then plastic. Ooh. So that'll be interesting. But anyways, I think that is going to do us for today. I appreciate you guys coming along and joining me on this little space adventure with the among the birds in space. A super fun game. You might want to check it out if you get the chance. I believe a demo is out of it right now, and so you can check that out and see what it's all about. But I want to thank Dark Sky channel members for their support, and if you'd like to help support the channel, consider becoming a member by hitting that join button down below and getting all kinds of perks and benefits. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Also, I've heard that YouTube has been accidentally unsubscribing you, and I've just heard that that's been happening lately, so just double check, make sure that it says subscribe down below, and if you do, you're good to go. Also, don't forget that I stream on Saturdays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so you don't want to miss out on that. And I look forward to seeing you on our next video. You take care now, and bye-bye.